just think of what you really want to bring into that relationship, because we are told many a times that if you're not ready to forgive, then you're not ready to enter into marriage, because that is the hailstorm of everything wrong that needs forgiveness. Hi guys, how are you doing? Okay, hope mko poa. Welcome back to Wifey Talk Tuesday. If you're new here, guys, my name is Eunice. I'm a mom and I'm also a wife. On Tuesday, basically, it's all about sharing motherhood experiences, being a modern wife, and just talking and sharing it out there for someone who needs to hear it, for someone who will be motivated, or someone who will feel just uplifted by sharing my experiences. So feel free to subscribe to my channel, Petite Mama YouTube channel, and also feel free to like and share this content. So always before I start this video, I have to set a disclaimer that marriages are different. Unajua wako vizuri na mi najua wangu vizuri. They can never be the same. So it's just about sharing experiences. You don't have to like pick what I'm saying and like put it in your marriage or in your relationship and expect it to work. At the end of the day, we are dealing with different people with different character. So you need to handle your situation with according to how you know the person you've married. So today's candid talk on Wifey Talk Tuesday, I'm going to share with you, and I just want you to think about it as an individual. What have you brought to the marriage institution? What have you brought to that marriage table as an individual? What have you brought into that relationship as an individual? Because nowadays we are in a place or in times whereby we are expecting maybe the other opposite sex to bring in more, and you're looking at yourself like you shouldn't do much more, and that isn't the case. So let me just focus this more about the marriage, because it's something that I was really thinking about the other day, and I was like, let me just share my experience and maybe someone will feel motivated. You may be a young girl who is looking forward to enter into a beautiful marriage. You may be someone who is already in a marriage and you're wondering, like, what mistakes am I making? Why do I feel discouraged? Why do I feel like things are breaking out? Why do I feel like it's the end of times in this marriage? Or you may also be someone who is already in a relationship and you're not sure why you really got into that relationship. And I'm like, these are the things that we need to talk about. Talk about as an individual. Think about them as you, as an individual. Tunaambiwa when you get into the marriage, two will become one. But it's about two different people bringing in their differences together. Differences together. But making use of their different strengths to make that institution work. So let me just share with you 1, 2, or 3 things that I really enjoy up to date in my marriage, that I feel like I really strongly brought into this marriage. So when we got married 2018 August. So you can calculate how many years those are. We are still a young couple, but we started dating way back like in 2013. And from the time we were dating, I knew from the word go that I really wanted someone who is in for marriage, someone who is not just here for a short time period. So I was willing to give it my all just to make things work, and I had to make it clear so that we are both on the same page, that we are not wasting time for each other. And here is where we are, from years of dating and years of marriage. So some of the attributes that I really enjoy, that I strongly feel I brought into this marriage, let me just say this, but I think I have some very good cooking skills, and they just spice our marriage in some type of way, because every man looks forward to going to their home and getting some nice home cooked meal, just and to sleep with a full stomach, but I'm not trying to say it's a bad thing if you can't yet cook. People always try to find ways just to have a good meal, which is okay. So I feel that has really brightened our marriage in so many ways, because I can hear my husband confidently praise my cooking and appreciate it, because you may be cooking but someone is not appreciating their cooking. So that skill, I really feel it's just an attribute that I didn't expect would have so much impact in my marriage. But I feel like it's an A plus for me, you know. It's like an A plus for me, because it's rare. It's rare, and it's also, cooking can be very lazy, very tiresome, and you just feel lazy about cooking. But I really get to enjoy cooking each and every day, more so when my kids are growing up and I can see them enjoying my food. It just makes me happy, and it brightens up my family. Another attribute that I strongly feel that I brought into the marriage is that I brought forgiveness, which is also another very rare attribute that people feel they need to walk into the marriage with. I brought forgiveness. We did not marry, you did not marry a perfect person. Okay, I did not marry a perfect man. He has his downs, he has his flaws, and I accept that. So forgiveness is key in any marriage, you know. But I'm not here trying to say that you have to forgive every situation. At the end of the day, we've talked about, you know who you're dealing with. So I feel like bringing in forgiveness really helps me deal with different situations differently, because if I'm able to forgive, I'm able to understand that this is not a perfect man. I also have my faults, my flaws, and I expect to be forgiven at times, because we are all human beings. We are meant to make mistakes, and that can happen. So think about this quite deeply. Just go somewhere at night when you're alone. Just think of what you really want to bring into that relationship, because we are told many a times that if you're not ready to forgive, then you're not ready to enter into marriage, because that is the hailstorm of everything wrong that needs forgiveness. So another attribute that I can really share with you guys that I really brought into our marriage, I really feel, is the art of action. I'm not I'm more of action oriented compared to my husband. Like, he's a planner, he has ideas, but when it comes to taking action, I take action. And that somehow has balanced our relationship, because I'm a good timekeeper compared to him. So in a way, it just balances what we have going. And it's amazing, because you'll find that um many people who are action oriented, maybe you'll find the masculine side, but for me, I think it's something so natural in me that I'm just action oriented. I take quick steps, I take time keeping very seriously. If something needs to be done, I'll have to remind ourselves that, hey, we had this in mind, can we please do it? And if you're not doing it, why are we not doing it? So being action oriented, up to date, I feel like that's also an A on my side, because my hubby feels like when he's not in the mood for the action, then he knows it's well catered for. And that, I feel, is just something I love, because it came out so naturally in me, and I just love it, you know. Another attribute, guys, that I can share with you, maybe you can relate to this, is I just brought in the carefree spirit. Sometimes I'm not that perfect person, and if you've been watching me for a long time, you'll realize that I'm not that person who will take the camera looking perfect. Sometimes I'm in my worst phase. Sometimes I'm in my worst dresses. Sometimes I'm just in a t-shirt. Like, I am really a carefree person. I don't give much concern of things that people will think about me, and because at the end of the day, I know myself better. So I don't know if that's a plus in other relationships or not, but for me, that carefree attitude sometimes just goes a long way, just to feel like I'm not of so much concern, which makes our relationship better. Do you know why? Because my husband kind of understands that whatever you say about my wife, she ain't gonna care about anything. And that just makes me happy as an individual and happy in my marriage, because if I cared so much about what people said, I will be every day, you know, being trying to cry to my husband, why is this happening, why are they saying this, I need to do this. So that attribute somehow has given me so much courage and strength just to be who I am in my marriage and be myself. That's the word. Another attribute that I really think I brought into this marriage so strongly as a woman is, how do I call it, the art of not being nagging. Oh my goodness, that is not me. It has never been me. I just feel it's so natural in me. I'm not nagging and I'm not observant. Yes, I'm not observant, guys. Many women are very investigative and observant. Acha nikwambie, mimi, so many things may pass me just like this. If too, and I can't. Sometimes I say I'm not so keen, that if I can use that word. Sometimes I think I'm just not so keen. And it's somehow a negative attribute and a positive attribute, because I find it funny that I don't care much. I don't care much about what is maybe happening in my husband's private life, job, friendship, blah blah blah, phone. No. But I always have one rule. Truth is like oil, it will always come on top, even in a marriage. So that really keeps me at comfort, to know that I will never push you. I will never be there asking you why you late, where you from. No, I just, if you know me, if you're a good friend of me, you know I don't do that. I really don't know how to push someone to just do something, or release some information, or prevent you from trying to have some kind of fun. So that nagging character I really don't have. And it's also the same with my husband. He's such a liberal and free man. He wouldn't even nag me as much as I think he should. Nope. So for us, I think it's a 50-50. It has really balanced our relationship, because we are still open to be our individual selves. You don't have to worry about what is he gonna say when I dress like this. So that's also a plus for him, and it's also a plus for me, because he knows that at the end of the day I have to trust him. And if that trust is broken, then that the problem starts there. So I just try and give him that chance to do what he needs to do. I don't have to constantly be on his neck and find out why is he doing this, why is he late, why is he, you know. I think you're trying to, do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I don't have that. Sina ako kamoyo ka kushinda nimeuliza maswali. So many things may pass, because I'll rarely touch his phone unless I want to do something on it. So many things may pass me, but I always say, if there's something that has to come to light, it will come. It will come. And they always come when you least expect. Unaweza tu kuwa umekaa hivi, you're having your own time, enjoying yourself, and then some truth pops out. So it's that character both makes us happy. Let me just not repeat myself again, but those are just some of the few attributes that I really wanted to share with you guys. Let me know, because I know if I'm to sit down and think of more, there are more to mention. But it's more of like, those are some of the basic attributes that people ignore in so many relationships. People assume like that is so obvious. I've been bringing forgiveness in this relationship, but nothing is working. But try and think about it. Try to think about it. If you really be honest about what you really want to share, to bring in your marriage, will it really make things better? So guys, let me know what you really think about Wifey Talk Tuesday. You can share in the comment section any other topics that you feel maybe I can touch on or share with you or talk about, because at the end of the day I just want to, I'm a very strong feminist, by the way, but I just want to promote this atmosphere of marriage is a beautiful thing. Marriage can work, marriage works, and don't be scared to walk into that marriage. I'm still here, and if I'm here, you can also give it a try. But at the end of the day, it's also not for everyone. So be you, girl, be yourself. You know, if you're going in for it, go for it because you want it. Okay, so I'm going to see you in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe, or at least give this video a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you in my next video, which is tomorrow on Wednesday, because this week I'm going to try and do back to back just to make up for the time I've lost the whole of last week. So goodbye.